All right, NFL 95. This is the Sega Sports entry into the football video game world for the 1994 season. This is kind of about the time we started seeing football games. You know, they come out typically in the fall-ish area, and they are, named or numbered for the following year, since, the NFL season starts in one year and rolls into the next. So this is the continuation of what was the Joe Montana football games. So you had, and we didn't do any of these because they either didn't have proper full season options, or they didn't have full, easily checkable stat tracking. So it was Joe Montana football, then NFL Sports Talk 93 starring Joe Montana, then NFL 94 starring Joe Montana. I have a very soft spot in my heart for the NFL Sports Talk Football 93 because it had that sports talk engine in it, which, again, I've talked about this several times on stream before, that one of my favorite electronic games as a kid, and it was like an electronic tabletop game, not a video game, was Starting Lineup Talking Baseball, which was this, looked like a baseball stadium that had two kind of keypads on each side, and one controlled the pitches and one controlled the hitter, and then you would pitch and hit, and it would commentate and had that sports talk engine, which was so good. I love it. It's lasting impact, indelibly etched in my brain for all time. So anyway, so this is a take two for us. In the interest of full disclosure, I did start up a season in NFL 95 a couple of weeks ago, and we ran into some issues. Namely, I had played 4 games, and then when I went back to it the week after, my save file wasn't there. So I figured out what happened. I've rectified the situation, but I was going to have to start over. So this is us starting over. So what else do we need to talk about NFL 95? I actually really enjoyed these Sega Sports football games from this era. Sports Talk Football or NFL 94, NFL Football 94 starring Joe Montana was decent. This one, I think, built on it and was real. And this was, I think this was the first one of the group. Oh no, 94 also had that vertical, camera view that became the staple of football games, as opposed to like the old Tecmo Super Bowl games, and even the earlier, like Sports Talk 93, I think was primarily a horizontal camera angle. But this had this NFL 94, but this one also had it. This game started building on like roster stuff. You can make trades, you can do as free agents and stuff like that, so you can actually edit the rosters in a sense. I typically don't do that because there's not like trade logic in these games. It's like literally you could just swap whatever 2 players you want. You could swap, Joe Montana for whatever quarterback you want. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, this game, and I was always much more into these Sega Sports football games from this 16-bit era than the Madden games. And it might have been, and because these games were generally considered more of a realistic, closer to like a sim football game than the Madden games were. Madden was considered more of like arcade style play, which is interesting now. I mean, it's the only game in town, but it definitely kind of became one of the gold standards for sim style. But these games, these Sega Sports games, were typically considered kind of the more realistic football games of the time. So we're gonna go through, and we are going to play a season as the Dallas Cowboys. And we are going to attempt to do what the Cowboys couldn't in actual history and complete the three-peat. So this is the 94 season, which is, this is after they had won their 2 consecutive Super Bowls. And then they ended up losing. They ended up losing in the conference championship, I believe, to the 49ers in this season. They would go on to win the Super Bowl the next year. But so yeah, so we're going to play the full season as the Dallas Cowboys, and we're going to try and tackle the first 4 games, which will get us caught up with where we were in the first playthrough. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all we have to really talk about before we get started. So I think let's just get started. All right, so I'll get it eventually.
Where are you going?
Hold on. Something's going on with my emulator. Oh, I think it was maybe because I had a video card driver update while I had it open. I hope that's what it was. Ah, there we go. Now we can see.
Where are you going?
That's exactly what it was. NFL 95. Give me 1 second. I swipe when I text, and I use the word perfect a lot, and it always swipes as prefect, and I'm telling you, like, my phone should know by now, I don't ever really use the word prefect, but I often will use the word perfect. All right, we're going to do a new 1994 season. So I guess we should look. So you can go in and just edit rosters. There's this roster management. You can do a new season. You can choose to do either the 92, 93, or 94 schedule. You can do just a 1 game with either the original rosters or with your rosters that you monkeyed around with. Or obviously, once you start a season, you can continue the season. Well, welcome into the Dolly, who is once again first. All right, so new. Yes, we want to erase our season. All right, so we're gonna go into the weekly schedule, and we're gonna have to go through, and we're gonna set. So you basically choose the games that you want to play, and then you set it to either computer or human. And any games you set to human, you can play. You can play 1 or 2 players. Actually, you could even play 4 players in this game. So you could, if you wanted to, you could play every single game of the season if you really wanted to. But we're just going to be the Cowboys. So we're going to go through and we are going to hit all of the Cowboys games. And we're going to go make them human. Oh, there's our bye week. Cowboys. 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 There we go. There we are. And then we'll take a quick look at the roster just so you can kind of set the stage for to familiarize yourself with the Cowboys roster from the 1994 season. I know there was something I read about these were like supposed to be updated rosters for the 94 season, but apparently there was like an issue, like Deion Sanders is still listed as being on the Atlanta Falcons even though he signed with the San Francisco 49ers for this season. This was the 1 year he played for the 49ers before he ended up going to Dallas. But anyway, let's take a look at, what do I want here? Depth chart. So there we go. The ratings, I'm curious about the ratings because you look at this. So here's our quarterbacks, and Troy Aikman is rated a 90, and that's like, okay, he's your starting quarterback. Troy Aikman's a pretty good quarterback. And then all of a sudden you look at your backups. Rodney Peete is a 46 and Jason Garrett is a 20. You typically don't see ratings this low in Madden unless someone is playing out of position. So this is weird coming from a more current Madden perspective. So anyway, so Troy Aikman is our starting quarterback. We don't want to change team. We want to change position. So Darryl Johnson is our starting fullback. Emmitt Smith, a 98, is our starting halfback. We have Michael Irvin and Alvin Harper as our top 2 receivers. Jay Novacek is our tight end. Weird to see that he's only a 65, but okay. So our offensive line, and as you know, we only have one backup offensive lineman, so you don't have backups. You don't have that many backup offensive linemen in this game, but it's Tuane, Newton, Stepnoski, Kennard, and Williams. And then our defensive line, which, again, I think the Cowboys would usually run a base 3-4, but I'm not sure about that. But I think everybody runs a base 4-3 in this game, but I, again, don't know that either. So we've got Charles Haley, we've got Tom Tolbert, Russell Maryland, and Leon Lett as our defensive line. And we do have 4 linebackers listed, but I'm assuming that generally it's only going to be the outside linebackers and one of the inside linebackers. But so we've got Smith, Edwards, Jones, and Miles. And then Brownlow comes in on 5 linebacker sets. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by text messages. We changed teams again. Then our secondary, so our safeties, we've got Woodson and Washington, and then former Super Bowl MVP Larry Brown and Smith as our corners. Chris Boniel, a 29 rated kicker. John Jett, our punter. So there you go. That is the 94 Dallas Cowboys team in this game. I should probably actually do a look. So the Dallas Cowboys in 1994 went 12-4. They won the NFC East, won their divisional round playoff against the Packers, and then lost in the NFC Championship to the eventual Super Bowl champions San Francisco 49ers. So that's what we have to live up to here. But we would like to do a little bit better than they actually did. All right. So I think we're good to go. So we're going to get out of here. And then I think we're just good to go. So we're going to hit start to play games. It's going to bring us to our game. So when you hit that start, like to play, when you hit the play games there, it takes you to this screen. Wow. Words are very easy. And you essentially could cycle through all of the different human games for the week that you selected and play them in whatever order that you want. We only have the one option here because we just have the one. So we are visiting the Pittsburgh Steelers, and then you can change the game time. This is really the only setting that you have. So you can choose between 20 minutes, 40, and 60. We're only going to do 20 minutes because there's like no accelerated clock in this game, and like in the more recent Madden games. So generally 5-minute quarters is good enough to have realistic, game scores from. Again, we're talking about more of like skill level here than necessarily, sim, but it's fine. We can change the stadium. Why can we change the stadium? Anyway, we're playing at Three River Stadium. We can actually change the weather, but we're not going to do that. And I'm not worried about that save thing. So there we go. So you do have some options, but the only real option that affects your gameplay, the weather may affect it a little bit, but is your game time. We're being booed because we're electing to play as the away team here. Our money players, and I think our money players probably won't change unless we have an injury and someone is missing, and I think it usually just takes your top 3 rated players, but I don't know that for sure. But it's Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, and Michael Irvin. And for the Steelers, it is their starting quarterback, Neil O'Donnell, Barry Foster, and Rod Woodson. All right, we are kicking off. It's a good thing now we maybe get a second chance to. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say I had a chance to get used to the kicking meter, but I also have now forgotten in 2 weeks, and we just shanked that out of bounds. So they'll get it at the. They'll get it at the 30 or the 40. Excuse me. All right, so I'm mostly going to play fourth because I did look this up during the first run, and the Cowboys primarily ran a 4-3 defense back then. So we're gonna kind of mirror that, and then maybe the one thing about this is like when you're used to playing some of the more recent football games, especially like the Madden games, is you would kind of when you're on defense, you would get a sort of a pop up or some kind of a notification as to what formation or what the personnel package was that the offense was sending out, and you could kind of respond. You could kind of respond and know if they, oh, that's right. We ran into this in the first time, and it only seemed to happen in this game with the Steelers. But every time they were in this shotgun formation, this guy would get stuck, and it would take him forever. So we're probably gonna have to deal with that here. So we'll have to bear with it. But thankfully, it didn't happen in any of the other games that we played the first time. So I'm hoping this is maybe just a glitch with the Steelers. But but yeah, so like if you're playing one of the more current games like Madden, it'll show you the package, like the personnel package that's in the huddle for the offense. And so like if you see that they've got three receivers, one running back, three receivers, and a tight end, like I should probably bring at least a nickel package out on the field so you've got an extra corner and you don't have like a linebacker trying to cover a wide receiver or a safety trying to cover a wide receiver. You don't have that luxury in this game, so unfortunately. Classic. All right, so you've got some formations here on offense, and I think you have about nine plays per formation to choose from. Oh, they give it to Emmitt Smith. Oh, the spin. I felt like it was more than 5 yards. Oh? Michael Irvin, just chuck it up to him and let him go get it. Oh. He kind of went over towards where the defenders were. If he had just kind of stayed towards the sideline, I think we would have been able to complete that. Aikman hits Irvin. Pick up 11. I knew like he was double covered there, but I knew he was coming. He had the comeback route, so I was like, I think he's going to be able to get some separation. Oh, they get it to Emmett. Running is pretty efficient in this game. It's pretty effective, and passing to running backs is a little bit broken. Jay Novacek. I have the advantage now of the fact that I had that first attempt to do this season, and I did play 4 games recently. So I'm not stumbling as much through remembering how to play this game as I was. Uh-oh. I missed the extra point though still, so that I haven't gotten any better with that. So essentially you see how the kicking meter works. You have to start it and then hit the C button to set the power, and then you want to try and get it in the middle, stop it again in the middle for kind of accurate. Oh my God, can we just tackle this guy? Incomplete. They're going to say that was a drop, huh? Interesting. I know it feels like those are being deflected, but okay. 3rd and 10. Let's go in the nickel. Oh, here comes the guy getting stuck. the second half is going to probably get particularly annoying because if we're up by a couple of scores, they're going to be going into the shotgun a lot probably. My rush just stopped. I had my safety coming on the blitz and he just stopped. I don't know why this particular. I wonder if it's the same guy. It's just as one guy is bugged. If we're up by a couple of scores in the second half, I may try and run the clock out as much as possible, which I don't like to do usually when I'm only playing like 5-minute quarters because I feel like it's not super realistic because you're thinking about, normally like a 15-minute quarter, but it's only condensed to 5. But that's really annoying to deal with. Oh, he's wide open.
I'm gone. I'm gone.
Emmitt Smith. I was surprised. I didn't even realize he went that far in that pattern. Somebody lost their man. I was actually afraid that I overthrew him, so I took control of him and speed boosted to the ball. Oh, it's complete. Charles Johnson. The spin is so hilarious. It's like it's a bit OP in this game. Nope. Captain slow. I just don't understand why this happens. Oh, Johnson's got another one. Come on, it's 1st and 10. Why are you in the shotgun? Knock it off. I know. Teams nowadays pretty much almost exclusively run out of the shotgun. They didn't in 1994. Oh my goodness, Johnson got another one. We can't stop him. You couldn't get that one. Oh, the screen. Did I slow him down enough?
First down.
Oh, I still got the first down. It's like you see the impending doom coming and there's nothing you can do about it. Come on. Any day now. Oh, he dropped it. All right, we'll give that's an actual drop. All right, this sounds like a 3rd and 8 sounds like a passing situation. I do see that redemption. We will get to that at the conclusion of this drive. How you doing, Jax? Those guys appear trapped in infinite nothingness, stuck trying to get to the line for all eternity. Yeah, I don't. So we're restarting. We had to restart the season because my save file was messed up. So this is that same first game. So apparently it's a glitch with that particular guy on the Steelers. Because it didn't happen in any other games that we played. Pittsburgh lines up for the field goal. The kick's up. And it's good. All right. Jax has redeemed for the treat for Steve. So come on over here, buddy. Come on. There you go. 28-yard field goal by Gary Anderson. There you go. All right, here we go. We're still in the first quarter, aren't we? Oh, Lassick. Out past the 45. Oh, we have 9 seconds left in the quarter. Oh, Smith. On the counter through the hole. It seems like it was more than 5 yards. Oh, come on, man. Jack says, was he still kicking for Pittsburgh then? Apparently. I mean, these are based off of the 1994 rosters. Johnston. First down. Play action. Oh. Complete to Novacek. It's so wacky. Oh. Thought I had him there. 2nd and 10. Oh, Smith. 3rd and 1. We're going to give it to Moose up the middle. Although I don't think we're going to go right up the middle. Oh, he gets a block. Oh, the spin!
First down.
First and goal. The guy kind of like undercut the route. Aikman's gonna try and run it in, and he gets in for the score. That was Tecmo Super Bowl logic there, close to the goal line, and nobody's open quickly. You're just like, screw it, I'm running.
It's good.
We hit the extra point. How exciting. I just now realized that I didn't actually just now realize. I'm just now mentioning. I realized that I forgot to hit the ad break during the countdown, which is one of the actual points of doing at least a 3-minute countdown is to get rid of pre-rolls for the first hour. Whoops. All right. Air horn. Oh man.
First down.
Barry Foster picks up 25. Nowhere to go for John L. Williams. Oh, it's complete to Johnson, and he's going to go in for the score.
It's good.
The kick's away. Oh, he got a block. Oh, he could go. Derek Lassick to the 30. No, the kicker. The kicker got him. Oh, Emmitt Smith. And he takes it in for the score. And the Cowboys answer right back. Oh, Lord. Well, at least it wasn't out of bounds. Actually, I don't hate that because it sends him further away from the other guy back there who can help block. Oh, he's stuck again. Are they just going to be in the shotgun every play here because it's under 2 minutes to go in the half? Or is it because they're down a few scores? Oh, it's so brutal. Fourth down. The longest 3 and out in history. Oh. All right, what do we got? 103 left. Actually seems like plenty of time considering we only play 5-minute quarters. Oh, look at that. We got a couple of good blocks out there. Complete to Alvin Harper.
First down.
Oh, Emmitt Smith makes a guy miss.
First down.
We'll burn the first of our timeouts. 17 seconds left. All right, we're not going to run. We won't run here.
First down.
We got 1 timeout remaining. Aikman goes in for the score. It's his second. I maybe could have thrown it to the corner of the end zone, but running seemed like the better option there. $34 points at the half.
Good.
And we get the ball to start the second half. Oh, Lassick cuts it back in. Oh no! Get up! He picks it up. Go! Wait, what? I'm not controlling him. He's running on his own. I'm not even controlling him anymore. They can't tackle him. What is happening? This looks some kind of weird bug. Oh my goodness. What is happening here?
It's good.
That was some Tecmo Super Bowl stuff right there. Oh, complete to Johnson.
First down.
Late hit. Unsportsmanlike conduct.
First down.
Man. We can't cover them. Oh. Oh, if he was like running away from me. He ran into it. He might have been able to catch it. Oh, picked off. James Washington. Oh, Williams was just left wide open. Throwing it up deep to Michael Irvin. He's got it.
First down.
We are picking on poor Dion Figures right now. To the end zone. Touchdown. Kevin Williams. I was just trying to avoid getting sacked there. All right, I think I've kind of figured out offense in this game.
It's good.
I'm curious about Madden 95, if this is supposed to be the more realistic football game of the year.
First down.
Tim Jordan makes the catch. Oh, Leon Lett with the sack. The linebacker's head's just going back and forth, left to right. Third and 18. my nickel corner is getting my slot corner is getting messed up here because the guy is in the backfield. It's like he sees him there, so he thinks he needs to line up, across from him. Incomplete. Thankfully, the rest of these games shouldn't be as bad. Well, at least from this standpoint. Oh, Smith tracked down in the backfield. So that's interesting. So flipping the play around actually flips the entire formation, it seems like. Smith is going to keep it.
First down.
Aikman on the bootleg. Throws it to the end zone. Touchdown, Michael Irvin. He looked the safety off and then chucked it deep.
It's good.
55-10. It's a shellacking. We're almost into the fourth quarter. If this guy will ever get to the line of scrimmage. This is so brutal. Oh no. No one's going to catch Charles Johnson.
Down.
68-yard touchdown from Neil O'Donnell.
It's good.
On to the fourth quarter. Oh, bounced off a Novacek. Oh, Smith bounces it outside. He's still on his feet. He's going to go all the way.
I'm gone.
High steps into the end zone.
Down.
55-yard touchdown run for Emmitt Smith.
It's good.
I think we just play in the dime for the rest of the game at this point because if they're going to run, let them. All that for a 3-yard run.
First down.
They got 3 last play. They got 6 this play, and somehow that equals a first down. If you say so. Yeah, I might start running out the clock if it's 3:34 left in the quarter. When I get the ball back, I might try and start running the clock down because we're up by like 45 points or whatever, and the dealing with that's too annoying. Joe Cool Blue says a generous spot on one of the two. It must have been. It's so weird. Again, maybe we'll see this happen again against a different team, but when we did these first 4 games a couple of weeks ago before we had the save issue, this only happened in the Steelers game, both times. Fourth and 10. Thinking maybe they're going to go for it? No, they're actually going to kick. Come on, everybody come back. Give me some blockers. No, not you. Look at this punt return formation. We actually worked all right. We had some decent blocking there. Novacek, stay in bounds.
First down.
At least the clock ticks a little faster here, it seems, than it's like, it doesn't seem like it's an actual second. It seems like it's a little faster than a second. Here it seems more accurate, but inside the play selection, it seemed like it was longer. Or it was quicker. We can bring this down to the 2-minute warning. No! Come on. Give me some blocks, guys. Molly says, best strategy, all flea flicker plays. I don't think that's a great strategy at all. Oh, he came back. He was like so open. Oh, it's 4th down. We'll punt. Molly says, I should point out, I might be betting against you. Not the best punt ever. But we made it so that it didn't go to the actual return man. It was very strategic. It was a strategic short punt. Do they have the reverse play? Oh, it's the halfback option. They have an end around. I don't think they have like a traditional reverse, but they do have I know they have an end around.
First down. Hut.
45 seconds to go, and it's going to take 45 seconds for this guy to get into position. Pressure up the middle. O'Donnell had he threw it into double coverage too. That certainly didn't help. Oh my god, I got run over. Look at the moves by Barry Foster.
First down.
Oh, take that. You silly screen pass. I was sensing "don't kill me" vibes there. Come on, 10 seconds left. Get in your spot. Just get this over with. And that's the end of the game. 62-17. Yeah, I think I figured out how to play offense in this game a little bit. All right, let's simulate the rest of the games from the week. Bum, 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 bum. Marcus Allen down with a sprained shoulder. A Raiders defensive tackle with a bruised sternum. Oh, Kevin Turner, broken leg. That sounds... Pulled calf muscle. Torn lateral ligament. That sounds like a season ender right there. Broken nose. Molly says, I'm assuming the shirt says Patriots, but because of the microphone, I'm not ruling out parents or parrots. I think you were correct with your first assumption. All right, so we're into week 2, but we are, I guess, technically overdue for a break, so we're gonna go ahead and take care of that right now. So my game's marked right. Okay. So we're going to get rid of those pre-rolls, and then when we come back, we'll be up against the Houston Oilers. So hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in about 3 minutes. All right, we're back. So let's get right into our next game. Start, play games. We are at home against the Houston Oilers. Their money players are quarterback Cody Carlson, running back Gary Brown, and wide receiver Ernest Givens. We are kicking off here. It's funny to see like the Cowboys in their blue uniforms at home, because typically they're one of the few teams that actually wears their whites at home. I don't know. Does Washington? I know Washington used to. It used to be basically. I think it was mostly just Dallas, Washington, and I think Miami. And I actually understand Miami because it's like a heat thing. Like I think it was in theory it was an advantage, a home field advantage for the Dolphins to be wearing their white jerseys in Miami. Jack says the home team gets the option to pick, right? Yeah. I know there were teams, I think, that sometimes when like Dallas would come to visit, they would make them wear their blues. Uh-oh.
First down.
Spencer Tillman. Just can't get around this blocker. Third and 2. He tried to dive forward. We stopped it. 4th and inches. They're going to line up for the field goal. Kick's on its way. And it's short.
No good.
Al Del Greco.
First down.
Oh my God, he's so open, but he's not. He overthrew him. I had to throw it before I wanted to. We were being pressured heavily. Oh, Harper, come on, you got to catch those, buddy. Jack says, I hope the Vikings don't wear the all-white option this year. Oh, you're not a fan? Oh, Michael Irvin! I typically don't like when teams wear same color jersey and pants, no matter what the color is. I know a lot of teams will do the white on white, but yeah, I'm not a huge fan.
It's good.
Never like color rush. Yeah, I'm the same way. The all-purple rivalry isn't so bad this year. Oh, here comes the halfback pass again. I don't mind the Patriots ones, but I don't know. I know I'm definitely, this kind of makes me old, I think. At least in my sensibilities. I don't like when teams wear jerseys that aren't really their actual colors. Oh my God. They got pass interference. They actually called a penalty. Used to be one of my big pet peeves in like the early 2000s, I think, and the 2010s, I think we'd see this a bit where teams would wear black jerseys, but they didn't typically have black in their colors at all. Dolly says, dude, I absolutely love the Packers throwback jerseys, blue and yellow. Yeah, they're all right, I guess. I like the Packers green and yellow colors because it's unique. Like there's no other team that's like green and yellow in the NFL at least, you know? There's like how many teams wear like navy blue or some form of blue? You've what, three teams in the entire NFL who wear green? You got the Jets, the Eagles, and the Packers, right? Those are the only ones. Am I missing one? That's why I kind of hate that the Broncos, they went away from like orange jerseys. I know they do have an orange jersey every now and again, but um it's like they like their orange and blue was so distinct back in like the 80s, and now they're just navy blue like everybody else. Jack says I have all this Packer backer colored green as the local college team is gold and green. The Seahawks don't count. That neon green is disgusting. All right, we're actually going to punt even though it's only 4th and 2 and we could probably pick it up, but yeah, lime green and with navy blue. It's gross. As like I was saying, like the Tennessee Titans have kind of gone back to the traditional Houston Oilers colors, and I love that so much. Jax is not a fan of black jerseys. I don't mind it if it's like the Falcons, because like they've always kind of traditionally, although I know they are red, but like yeah, like the Raiders. Like I just don't like it when a team like the Lions, when the Lions started using those black jerseys, it's like, come on, you know, blue and gray or blue and silver or whatever. You get out of here with that. Falcon black with the red pop is great, Dolly says, but I hate the Falcons. You mean the like the logo? Oh, you just hate the team. Got it. You grew up in Atlanta? Fair enough. End of the quarter. Jack says, I agree. The red stands out with the black there. That one works. Like, I like the Ravens, like the purple and black. Like, I like their colors. Dice says, I'm from Wisconsin. Brewers and Packers all the way. But yeah, there was this trend where everybody started doing like an alternate black jersey because it was like, I don't know, it's like the trendy thing is to have black jerseys. Like the Eagles. I hate the Eagles black jerseys. The other team I think that I like black jersey, like black with, are the Saints. The black and gold, like I think that's a good look. I think the Saints color scheme is actually pretty slick. At least I like their white and gold jerseys more. I mean, they're fine. I like it better when they don't do the white on white. Yeah, when the black. Yeah, I don't like it when they do like the black and black, but when they do like black jerseys with like gold pants, I used to like those, or like black like jersey even with white pants. And then Philly, like yeah, like Philly when they have the black, it's like they have like it's like a forest green, and you just can't even tell the difference. What are we doing here? 3rd and 6. Like I wasn't a huge fan of the Patriots 90s jerseys, but I would still prefer those to the current ones that they have just because like it was just a more lively blue color. It's not just another team wearing navy. I wish the Patriots would go back to the red and white jerseys full time. The old like the throwback or at least that color scheme, but I wonder if I can call for roughing the kicker. Al Del Greco hits the field goal. Oh, I only have 7 points. I probably should. Maybe the Steelers just suck in this game. No! Damn it, Lassick. Bruce Matthews, why is he on the kickoff coverage team? Haywood Jeffries. Jack says if this woman from work doesn't stop messaging me, I'm going to get fired. Oh no. Tillman on the draw. To the end zone, touchdown, Webster Slaughter. We're now losing. The game was like, oh, you think you're good? You put up 60 points in the first game? We'll fix your wagon. So we've got 2:25 left in the half here. That's such a weird play because your fullback doesn't get out in front for a lead block like he probably should. It says we just had a rift a month ago. How did waste of oxygen make it that people that did some work got axed? I don't have an answer for you. Aikman hits Alvin Harper. 3rd and 2. Fourth and inches. I'm gonna run a draw play. This could be an atrocious idea. And it worked.
Put down.
I forgot which side of the... I forgot that Emmitt Smith is on the other side on this one. I'm like... I was expecting him to give it to the deep back, but the deep back is actually the full back in this one. It's so weird. Novacek! He's gonna go in for the score!
Down.
Uh-oh. Oh, we snuck it in, I think.
It's good.
Dolly says, let me tell you, the stream started as I started eating my spicy chicken and waffle sandwich from Chick-fil-A. That sandwich was pretty darn good. Was it now? I'm not a spicy fan, so it doesn't sound great to me, but I'm glad you enjoyed it. Jack says, man, why do things need to cost money? I know. I would love to be able to retire right now. That'd be great. Dolly says, I need like 4 more. My wife enjoyed the regular one. A regular one sounds great. Spicy? No, not so much. So I have a mini fridge in my office at work. So I will actually get a grocery delivery every Monday to the office, and I'll stock up my fridge with stuff that I want, like for lunches and stuff for the week. And I have this it's essentially like a lunchbox sort of thing, but it has like a hot plate in it. So I can actually cook food in it. It takes about an hour or so to cook something depending on what you're cooking, like literally raw meat. Like I had steak tips today, and it takes about an hour roughly to cook them from raw to temperature. And I got ground beef last week, and I was gonna make basically taco salad. Like I don't have actual tacos because I'm doing low carb. Wait, what's going on here? It says 0 on the clock. What is going on?
Hut, 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 hut.
Untimed down. Whoa, oh, was there a defensive penalty? I didn't even notice there was a defensive penalty. What was the penalty? Was it pass interference? Thank you. So anyway, so I placed my grocery order, and I got, some ground beef, and I got some taco seasoning. And I get mild taco seasoning because I don't want spicy taco seasoning. So apparently they were out of mild, so I got a notification, substitution, hot and spicy, and I'm like, no, I don't want this. So then I declined the substitution, so I got nothing. I got no, and it's like, come on, use your brain. A little bit of common sense would be nice. Just give me a different brand of mild instead of a spicy version of the same brand. Jack says they let you use a hot plate at work, small place. Yeah. Yeah, we've got like 100 some odd employees. Uh-oh. Now, to be fair, there is a possibility that if they knew I had it in my office, they would probably say something to me. Like my boss knows I have it, and he's fine with it, but
First down.
Jack says we used to bring in waffle irons and a skillet and make breakfast once a month at first place I worked. We have like a pizza, like not a full pizza, but like a tabletop pizza oven in our break room that we have. Like, so like I used to take advantage of that when I was actually eating even um more net more to, no more net carbs than I am now, but
First down.
Dolly says, when I worked in an office once upon a time, we got flagged by the fire department regularly for the coffee maker on my desk. I couldn't drink the slug my coworkers made, and they refused to let me make the coffee. Um, hello, wide open. I actually had a cold brew maker. I have it here now, but I actually had it in my office for a while because to make iced tea. I don't drink coffee, but I used to use it to make iced tea. It was so good. It was like an instant cold brew, so it was like 20 minutes and you'd have a pitcher of iced tea. I did I like the so I did at one point I have a wax melter here on my desk. I had one in my office, but I got told to not use that anymore because people didn't like the scent, which I totally understand. I only used to use it when my door was closed, but um that's like the one thing they definitely said no to. I was like, okay, no problem. We actually had someone who had one on their desk, and they were in a more like like they had a bunch. There was like an area with a bunch of cubicles, and they told her to remove it, and she ended up quitting. I don't think she actually quit because of that. But it was maybe like the straw that broke the camel's back for her. But she literally they told her she can't use it anymore, and she ended up quitting. So when they came to me about mine, it was after that happened, and they were kind of worried that I might react the same. And I'm like, no, I completely understand. I will not use it. It's okay. Jack says I shocked my doctor at my annual physical. We got my A1C down number a bit without drugs. Carbs are great.
First down.
Jack says wax melter just for scent. Yeah.
Fumble.
Oh. Jack says people smells in office. I do not miss being work from home. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that's the thing. That's why I like as soon as they said something to me about it, I like I didn't put up any like I wasn't angry. I didn't put up a fight or anything like that. I'm just like, nope, I completely understand. And then because I the office. So we have two buildings, and I'm in the building that has like way less people. And at the time, there was really like only one other person in the office with me. So like outside of my office, there was like an area with like some kind of workstation setups. And even like the other guy who I share an office with, we were on like an alternating in office schedule, like a hybrid, and so we generally weren't in there at the same time. And so there was like only one other person, and I was just like, listen, if this ever bothers you, like just let me know, and I will turn it off, stop using it. And she was like, no, she's like, I kind of like it, and I was like, okay, like I said, if it ever bothers you, like just let me know. But then they hired someone who apparently had a lavender allergy, And then someone mentioned like, oh, by the way, Al uses this, and I was just, and they were like, oh, we need to talk to him. He can't use that anymore. And I was just like, oh. They're like, it's an insurance thing, and I was just like just tell me, like it's fine, like I get it. It's not a big deal. I'm like, I don't have an open flame on my desk.
First down.
Oh my god, they somehow got that. Jax says, react like an adult, shocking. I know, isn't it? Like, yeah, I mean, I was a little annoyed, but but like again, I understood. Like, it's like, you know, some people are super sensitive to smells, so it's like, you know, like. Third and 9. Where are we? We're in the third. Think they're gonna kick the field goal here? Yeah.
It's good.
This is a much closer game than the first game was. Cut back the other way. Nice. Alvin Harper. Dude, oh, all right. I was like, are you going to block?
I'm gone.
Jax's taunting flag. Hey, you can celebrate. It wasn't directed at anybody.
It's good.
Jax is in college. They call that back. That's why college football is stupid. Seven seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Oh, Jeffries.
First down.
We go to the fourth.
First down.
Jax says, have to read it all about this Browns tight end, I think. Has a deal to go back to LSU if he gets cut. I saw like a headline about that the other day. All the conferences are freaking out about it. Yeah. I mean, it's weird. But I mean, now that, you know, college football is essentially no longer an amateur sport. It's not the same thing as it was. At Jack says you can get 20 million in NIL money, but if you get 15 grand from the NFL, you can't go back. All right, let's Get into the nickel. Oh my goodness, Jeffries.
First down.
Oh, I got him at the 1. Jack says they changed the overall eligibility rule where it has to be like 5 consecutive years now or something. Oh, really? Third and goal from the 4. They give it to Brown. Oh, he dives in for the end zone. Wait, I feel like they should go for 2 here. And they're not going for 2 here. Jack says that seems pretty decent. Pair that with don't dress for a regular season game, pro game. Kind of butt cheeks if that guy going back makes someone else get cut, though. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It's weird. I mean, it's like if he... The whole situation just sounds weird. Wait. Yeah. They said to get cut 1 week before the season, so it's not like they could also transfer. Right.
First down.
Oh my goodness. Oh, he got it! How crazy ridiculous was that? Emmett Smith.
First down.
No, you're supposed to cut back, dude. He went out way... I feel like he went out way too far on that pattern. Jack says there's one NFL rookie still holding out. The Bengals trying to put some harsh contract language. This guy has NIL money, so maybe he sits out a year and goes back to the draft, and the Bengals are not allowed to draft him. That seems dumb.
First down.
Like, that's some Eli Manning type stuff there. The fact that you can just choose not to sign with the team that you got drafted by and then somehow be eligible to be drafted by somebody else the next year.
It's good.
Jackson, in general, I'd agree with you, but in this instance, the Bengals are trying to use contract terms no other teams are using. What is it? I'm not familiar with the story. If you get in trouble at all your guaranteed money is gone. Well, don't get in trouble. I mean, is this guy a concern? Is like it's very vague on what that would mean. Oh, then that's why you get that clarified or whatever before you agree to it. Like I feel like you could get an arbitrator involved if that's the sticking point. If some rando accuses you of punching them, they can cut you. Yeah, but then you could sign if that's the case, then you could sign with a team that's not going to do that. Oh, he actually punted that. I thought it was a fake. He like kind of juked. Maybe you also got hurt or sucked. I don't know. I feel like you could get into some wrongful termination stuff. But I mean, I am not a lawyer. Because you just could not sign and force the team to get in line with the other 31 teams doing rookie deals. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like the precedent that would set. Having to get a lawyer is expensive. I don't know. I feel like if you're an NFL player, I don't think it's probably that big of a deal. Oh, Harper drops it. He was wide open. That's the end of the game. 35-20. Yeah, I get it. If they're being obstinate and trying to be like intentionally obtuse with the wording of the contract, that sucks. I just don't think I like the precedent that you would set with giving a rookie the option to not sign their contract and then be re-eligible for the draft the next year. I think that opens the door for someone to just be like, what? I got drafted by the Jets? Sorry. Rookies have always had that option? Have they really? At least for 25 years. I guess it just doesn't happen then. All right, so we have to play the rest of our games here, right? We have to send the rest of the games, yeah. Back in the day, you might get blackballed. I bet you would get blackballed currently if that's the case. Some owner would sign him. You would think. Listen, that was the argument about Colin Kaepernick. And I don't know if I necessarily agree with the side that says that the NFL colluded to make sure that he didn't play, but because I always feel like if he was a good enough quarterback, somebody would have signed him. Deshaun Watson got signed. Yeah, but I mean that's different. Like that's just a guy who, had legal issues. It's not like, I mean, Michael Vick came back to the league. It's just that's I think that's different than, it's not that it should be different, but it's different when an owner gets spurned and then the other owners back him up. When you run into a situation where a guy just does something illegal or whatever, yeah, someone's going to take a chance on him when he's eligible to come back. All right, so we are into week 3 here. So we got the Lions. Their money players: Scott Mitchell, Barry Sanders, and Herman Moore. Jackson's in the Kaepernick situation. He brought negative attention to the team, and it's probably not worth it for a team to sign him. Kaepernick's talent wasn't quite at the level he would get away with it. Exactly. I agree with that. Again, if he was a good enough quarterback, you can't convince me that there isn't a team that would have signed him and brought him in. It's just that thing. It's like they would have dealt with the distraction. But at the end of the day, he just really wasn't that good. He wasn't that good of a quarterback.
First down.
Jax is someone not liking their rookie deal terms. I don't think would play out with them getting blackballed. I don't know. I think it's more likely than not.
First down.
Jack said they were going against the system and wanting special treatment, maybe. I mean, honestly, like I said, unless it was an owner that like was generally like not liked amongst the other owners, and is there anybody who fits that bill? I don't know, but I just feel like they would be like, listen,
First down.
this could happen to you. Touchdown, Emmitt Smith. Because this guy wants to have the same rules apply to him as the rest of the rookies in his class. He could sue and probably win a case. Can't say his talent fell off in a year without playing. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, but I mean, you could very easily use the argument. And again, it's just like, well, yeah, maybe we're not saying they're not saying he's not talented enough to play. We're saying we don't want to deal with his attitude. You know?
First down.
I'm not saying it's right, by the way. I'm just saying it's a scenario I could see. Oh my goodness. His attitude being the pen. No, just say it's the idea being that if he's, not willing to sign the deal, they could, and then the other owners agreeing that like they don't want to deal with someone like that. out of fear that it sets a precedent that anybody could just decide they don't like the contract and say, screw this. I'm just saying it would be easy to, I think it would be easy to argue against the collusion. I said rookie numbers are set, so it's not like it's a money issue. I guess the question would be um is this something the Bengals put in all of their rookie contracts, or is it just something that they're doing with this guy? Like, is there a reason why they're doing it with this guy? Is there a concern with this dude? Like, you know? Oh no. Jackson, the Bengals have been doing things like this in contracts for a while and lost some other players over it. I mean, you know, the reason why the Bengals are just not necessarily a model franchise. Don't think there's any concern about this particular player. No. Yeah, it's probably stupid on their part, but Alvin Harper. Uh-oh, he could go. Don't think the NFL owners come to the defense of the Bengals. You never know. If it gets sold as a too much power for the players, then they absolutely would. Do I think it's likely? No, I just think it's possible. Oh, nice job. Nice tackling, guys.
First down.
Come on, they're going for the screen.
First down.
The AI defenders do not diagnose screens very well in this game. Jack says, I am of the opinion that guaranteed money is guaranteed. If you don't want to pay him, don't sign him. I don't know. The Bengals have historically have had some issues with players in legal situations, so I can't actually begrudge them from wanting to protect themselves. Draft better? I mean, yeah, I guess there's something to be said for that, but
It's good.
It's like they want all the upside and none of the risk. I don't know. I can see it both. I can see both sides of it. That guy could die playing for them and they could take his money away. I mean, that's probably a different story and something that, you know, that's a collectively bargained issue and not a, you know, football contracts aren't guaranteed, so or not guaranteed by default, so
First down.
rookie first rounder deals are. Wow, look at this. An actual successful end around.
First down.
Ooh, he caught it.
First down.
Jax is part of the compromise where rookies can't negotiate salary. Yeah. I mean, I get it. Oh my god, he was so open. They never seem to cover that dude on that play, by the way. He's like open on that corner route almost every time. Novacek.
First down.
Down to the 5. Touchdown, Cowboys.
It's good.
.232 left here in the half. Nice, I got over there in time. Incomplete, intended for Herman Moore. Williams. Oh, look at the moves. Oh, he's like He got stuck. He wouldn't move. 2-minute warning. Oh, they both went. Oh, I couldn't. I was trying to get over to the guy who was cutting out to the out there. I couldn't get to him. They both went with Irvin. Aikman tosses it up. I should have threw it up to Irvin. I thought both guys were going there. We're not gonna run a fullback draw on 3rd and 20. Caught by Jackson, but I don't think it's enough for the first down. Nope, 4th and 6 on the 38. So this would be like a 57-yard field goal. I think that's a little bit dicey, but I think since we're in like no man's land here, we're going to go for it. Michael Irvin, touchdown. Jack says someone kicked a 69-yarder last week. Did they really? That's definitely not happening in this game, though. Especially when I do things like this and shank extra points.
No good.
When does the actual regular season start? I really I know I've been paying little attention to the preseason, actually almost no attention to the preseason. We're like a week away, right? Wait, he's running the wrong way. Where's he going? Ten-yard loss. Last preseason week, then a week off. Got to get that first down.
First down.
Halftime. Wednesday the 9th. Oh, is that the Australia game? The fact that you said Wednesday threw me off. But that's the Australia game, right? Which is why it's on Wednesday. Oh wait, no, the Patriots and the Seahawks. It's on a Wednesday? Why is it on a Wednesday? Like, are we just gonna get to a point when the NFL is just like, screw it, we're gonna have a football game on every day of the week, no matter how poor it is for competitive balance and player safety? Jack says to give NBC another primetime game. That's a terrible reason. They get a junk game in week 18. Oh no.
First down.
Because NBC paid for another game. Why not put it on Friday though, or something? Why Wednesday? At least it's not streaming only. Yeah, I'm with you there. They cannot do Friday games until high school football ends in Texas. Yeah, because they still care. Why? Why is that still a thing? Football is so popular in Texas. There are broadcast rules. If I was the NFL, I would just be like, we don't care. The local stations cannot play the games. Yeah. Too bad for the people in Texas. That's why the Brazil game last year started stupid early. Really? I don't know. Jack says then the Black Friday games can start later. I don't know. I'm also the guy that hates the Monday night wild card game though, so I miss the old traditional just Saturday Sunday playoffs. Go Emmett, go! Jack says Friday games suffer from ratings being Fridays. Losing Texas would be expensive. I mean, well, there you go. Now you've actually hit on the reason. Jack says I could be convinced a wild card game on Monday is not so horrible. You'll never sell me on that. I hate Monday night games. This is Monday over that air. It's greater than streaming only on the weekend. I disagree with that. I'd rather have the streaming game, and I don't like those. I hate night games. I hate night games. But I'm also someone who gets up at 4 o'clock in the morning for work, so that's why. Aikman runs it in for the score. All right, we got a minute 43 left here in the third quarter. We're up by a bit. Jack says, "Oh God, we are going to get a Bears game at noon on week 1." Wait, why is there a game starting at noon? Oh, that's right. You get the one at Central Time. Noon is when yeah. Yeah. I'm just so used to just East Coast time. So it's the only thing I would love about the idea of living on the West Coast is getting earlier football games on Sundays. $10 a.m. start time. Sign me up. That sounds great. The Texas Vegas conferences 10 a.m. games. Lame. Oh no way. That sounds. I love the Europe games because they're on that early. Having a game on in the morning. I love that. That's great. But again, you also have to remember I'm someone who wakes up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and even on the weekends I'm up early. So it's. Wait, they're gonna kick the field goal. They usually battle raw. Listen, I, I'm not gonna argue that. I don't. I think the fact that they're playing so many games overseas is dumb. I don't think it's good from a competitive football standpoint. I mean, me personally, having a football game to watch on a Sunday morning, I like that. Oh, keep going deep. What what a ridiculous play that was. Jack says, "Man, it sucked when Minnesota played overseas back-to-back weeks last year." I just like I mean for people who don't like the games being that early, like I get that, but if they're insistent on playing these European games, and they are clearly because they keep adding more, um, that's that seems to be better for the team. That seems that it should be better for the teams than 1 week and then back. Even though normally like you get your bye week and all that stuff usually around those, but just from a competitive standpoint, it seems like that's a better option for the teams. And we're shanking another one.
No good.
Jack says, "I don't think they fit in bye weeks well with overseas." Don't they usually schedule teams that play overseas? Don't they schedule their bye week around then? I remember last year when the Patriots played in Germany, it was like their bye week was right after, I think. So I do think they could figure out buys in Thursday games. The only thing I don't the only thing that like for me about those early games is if they like the morning games is if it's in September or October, I probably can't watch it live because I'm at the softball field on Sunday mornings, but if you were to give me the option of a 10 a.m. start versus a 8 p.m. start, give me 10 a.m. every single time. Jack says that's church going time. I'm an atheist, sir.
Put down.
I'm going to look at my stats tomorrow and it's going to be 20 unfollows because I said that. Jack says church at 10, snacks at grandma's at 11. Home for kickoff and lunch at noon. You grew up in a small town. It sure sounds like it. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'd also venture to say you grew up in a small town in a different time. And that's not even me trying to say that you're old or anything like that. I mean, it's just we're in a different time than we were when even 35 years ago. So did grandma make caramel rolls or cinnamon rolls? Have to wait through all of church. She'd never say. That's that. I mean, aside from the church part, that sounds great.
It's good.
I did not have a typical grandmother experience. My grandmother lived far away. She lived in Canada. So I didn't get to see my grandmother all that much. Jack says Canada Landa is right next door. One country over. I mean, that's true, but it was about a 13-hour drive to get to her. And we had to make that drive because my father refused to fly.
Put down.
Jack says sounds like someone didn't love grandma that much. How dare you, sir?
Put down.
And Jack says, I kid, 13 hours is a trek. Tell me about it. Caramel rolls would be gold by then. I bet grandma would have timed them so they would have been nice and freshly out of the oven when we arrived. I laugh. So I'm sure I've told this story before on stream, but my father and I went to visit her, and this had to be, I want to say this had to be mid 2000s. And while we were up there, she had a typewriter, and she needed typewriter ribbon. So we went to like Office Max or whatever, to get her some typewriter ribbon. And I mean that's just funny, and it's in the year like 2005 or whenever it was. So that's funny enough as it is. But so we go to like this Office Max, and we're waiting in line at the cashier, and there's like two people ahead of us in line, and the cashier is just having this conversation with the person at the front of the line for like 5 or so minutes, and we're all just sitting here in line, like we're just sitting here in line waiting.
First down.
And I looked at my dad at one point, and I was just like, can you imagine if this was happening and we were back home? Like, there would be someone would like flip out, lose their mind. There would be so many F-bombs flying. Like the audacity, but that's just normal up there. Like people were just, it's just such a slower pace of life up there. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, let me tell you. Jack says Colts and Commanders in London week 4, not on bye week 5. Do they have another European game? Oh, that's the end of the game. 47-20, our final score. We're in week 3, right? Yeah. Yeah, so we gotta sim the rest of these games. And then week 4 is our bye week. Jack says Philadelphia and Jacksonville overseas week 5. Doesn't Jacksonville usually have a couple of games out in Europe though? Like, don't they give up like half their home games to get out of Jacksonville? Not on bye week 6, really. I always thought that they always tried to, get those bye weeks for those teams that play out in. Oh, Deion Fox, he's done for the year, ruptured Achilles. All right, so we are now in week 4, which again I think is our bye week. All right, so we'll simulate these games. Jack says Pittsburgh and New Orleans week 7, and the Saints get a bye week 8. Yeah, so all right. Right, but are some of these other teams are they playing multiple weeks out in Europe? No. All right. Well, I don't know what the NFL's doing. Well, again, clearly they care less and less about competitive integrity for and player safety for this stuff, because it's like they keep throwing all these games on random days and expecting teams to be ready in less than 7 days. So Michael Haynes is out with the chicken pox. All right, so we're into week 5 now, and this is our 4th game though. So, all right, I'm not actually going to take a break, even though we should get a break, but I'm only going to do the one more game. It won't take like the full hour, and I'm just going to go run real quick and grab a drink because I need a new drink. So we won't run a break here, but hang tight. Be right back. All right. Jack says Patriots and Lions play week 10. Of course, the Patriots get a bye in week 11, but the Lions don't. Listen, you say only looking at the early international games. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think you've made your point that they apparently don't feel like scheduling buys for the teams that have to go overseas, which seems stupid, but you know. All right, here we go. Cowboys versus the Redskins. Their money players are Reggie Brooks, Henry Ellard, and Darrell Green. Not their quarterback, Heath Schuler. Jack says it's worse that 2 out of 12 teams get a bye than none, in my opinion. I mean, I don't think that's a wild take. Emmitt Smith, still on his feet, breaking tackles.
First down.
Moose. So, okay, forgot to start the crock pot, so I need to go make some food. All right. Enjoy that. Oh, my goodness. Oh, goodness. Jax is redeemed for a treat for Steve. Where are you, buddy? Oh, he's not even in here. That's right. He went in with my wife. All right, we'll hold on to that, see if he comes back before the end of the stream. I forgot he wasn't in here. Oh. 4th and 5 at the 40. We're going to go for it. Complete to Emmitt Smith. Still on his feet.
First down.
Bum, 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 bum. Man, we had 2 blockers there, and they still let that first guy get me. Tight end seam route. Okay. Johnston. Oh, my God. He just... It's my fullback. He should be able to break some tackles here. Touchdown, Emmitt Smith. The extra point is up and good.
Good.
Oh! Jackson picks it up. Touchdown, Cowboys. Willie Jackson with the recovery. And just like that, it's 14-0. He fumbled again. Jeff Coat. Wow. This fella can't hold on to the ball. Oh, he's lucky we kicked it out of bounds. All right, now we got to actually play some defense.
First down.
Go figure. 21-0 before our defense has to even set foot on the field. Got him, Russell, Maryland. Ellard with the catch, but it's shy of the first down. A random air horn. Oh, Emmitt Smith. It's so funny. It looks every time it looks like we've run more, and it's just like 7-yard gain. It's like, what? I felt like I ran about 20 yards there. Aikman.
First down.
I kept waiting for someone to like kind of pop open a little bit, and it just never happened. Emmitt Smith just bouncing off dudes.
First down.
Oh, Alvin Harper on the end around. I thought I was going to be screwed on that play. Oh, I was hoping he wasn't going to have to jump. He could have just like jetted right up the middle. All right. This guy seems to be open on this play every time. Let's see if he's open again here. Nope, they actually covered him. Oh. Third and 2. I was hoping he started going upfield, and I'm like, no, don't go upfield. They sent the house there. And the route is on. We still in the first quarter?
It's good.
No, we're in the second quarter. Barely into the second quarter, but we're into the second quarter. Oh, there we go. Out of bounds again. It's almost like I'm taking pity on this return man so he doesn't risk another fumble. A Skins wide receiver with the catch. So again, that's obviously somebody that for whatever reason, I don't know who it's supposed to be for them, but either he wasn't under contract with the Players Association or there's some reason why they couldn't put his name in the game. It's like the old QB Bills, QB Eagles in the old Tecmo Super Bowl games. So they're a whatever team and position. Oh God, that guy got a hold of me. All that for a 2-yard game. All right. Oh, complete to Horton. Trying Henry Ellard in double coverage. Why not? Again, really trying to force the ball into Ellard. Oh, A Skins wide receiver. Come on, guys, little help. I'm dealing with the 2 blockers. That was a 1-yard loss, huh? All right. No. All right. To the end zone. Incomplete. All right, I'm assuming they're going to kick a field goal here. Washington lines up for the field goal. Chip Low Miller. We have just over 2 minutes to go in the half. This will probably get us a 2-minute warning, I would think. Nope. Oh, that guy came off of his receiver. Daryl Johnston. I'm like, please get this off and don't get sacked.
First down.
Aikman's gonna. Oh no! Mark 2-A picks it up. Look at him go.
First down.
They give it to Moose. That's a pretty stupid pass. I kept thinking that the other guys were maybe going to move. 3rd and inches from the 4, so we can actually get a first down without getting a touchdown. I was like, are you going to cut? Jeez. Kevin Williams.
It's good.
See, I'm hitting all my extra points, but I started screwing up the kickoffs. All right, here we go. Let's see if this guy can actually hold on to the ball this time. He did. Three seconds left in the half. So you better not let him go all the way to the end zone. 35-3 at halftime. Oh, we're kicking it to the other guy. Henry Ellard. Oh yeah, he was a return guy, wasn't he? At least I think I remember him being a return guy for the Rams in Tecmo Super Bowl, maybe. Oh.
First down.
Almost got him there. That was a lot of work for a 2-yard gain. Oh my goodness. A Skins wide receiver. He's unstoppable. Oh my goodness.
First down.
That was weird because that wasn't a blitz, but it felt like we sent the house on that. It wasn't supposed to be a blitz. It was supposed to be just a 4-man rush. Henry Ellard, touchdown, Washington.
It's good.
Like, what do I have to do to block one, huh? They waste my speed boost in the backfield this time.
First down.
Oh, 1 second. I hear Steve yelping at the door. Give me 1 second, guys. I should have called timeout, or I should have hit the pause screen. Come here. All right, while we're in here, Jax did redeem for a treat for you, so we should probably give you that. Oh, you dropped it. He fumbled. He's ready to be a return man for Washington in this game. Hi, pal. All right, let's get back into it. All right, so we're running pro set. I was trying to hit the guy coming out of the backfield, but he wasn't. There's only 3 eligible receivers on that play. Oh, Novacek! I didn't think I was gonna get that one.
First down.
He hits Irvin.
Down.
I was like, "Are you gonna turn? Are you gonna turn? You're supposed to come back." Touchdown, Emmitt Smith. Screen passes are just deadly in this game.
It's good.
And the kick's away. Just waiting to see if he's going to fumble again. Third and 10. That'll bring up 4th down. And the kicking unit will come on. Launching it up to Emmitt Smith. Oh, he didn't hang on to it. He actually had a step on the guy, too. Alvin Harper. 3rd and inches. Well, give it to the fullback. And Moose picks up the first.
First down.
Oh, Smith still on his feet. Oh, I think he may. Oh, nope. They're going to catch me. Oh, he's going to go.
I'm gone. Touchdown.
39-yard touchdown run for Emmitt Smith.
It's good.
Oh, we kicked it to the other guy. We got to keep kicking it to Irvins.
Hut, 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 hut.
I got picked up by the running back. I actually got around the tackle. To the fourth quarter we go. Up by 39.
Hut, 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 hut.
Oh, Leon Lett came flying through there. Oh, Henry Ellard. Oh, no.
First down. Hut, hut.
Nowhere to go for Brooks.
Hut, hut.
Would you like to go under the blanket, buddy? Yeah. There you go. And then he didn't even really go under. Oh, again, Henry Ellard. We can't stop him. Oh my God. How are they getting that off? I'm like right on top of the holder. Every time I try and run that play, and I think it's supposed to go in between the tackle and the guard, but I always want to break it to the outside because it just feels like it's better to run outside in this game. I mean, the tackle's doing exactly what he should do, and he's blocking his guy to the outside, but
Hut, hut.
first down.
First down. Hut.
So like that's supposed to be more of like an up the middle run, but it's like it just feels it's better to cut it outside.
Hut, hut, hut.
Oh my God. He came so far back.
Hut, hut.
Aikman's gonna run with it.
First down. Hut.
Emmett Smith.
First down.
The air horn. Makes me laugh every time.
First down.
2-minute warning. Touchdown, Jay Novacek.
It's good.
Nice, we got it to Irvin's, even though the wind was blowing the other way. All right, we'll just go dime here. Under 2 minutes to go. We're up by a ton of points. Well, they go with the draw play to Wycheck. I didn't realize he was a fullback. I just know him from his time as a tight end with the Oilers/Titans. Go for the draw again. Fourth and 6, and they're waving the white flag. Oh my goodness. Emmett Smith.
First down.
It's so weird that the fullback is actually the deep back in this formation.
First down.
It just throws me off every time. Oh, don't go back to the middle. Novacek! Oh, give me a block. Where's that guy going? End of the game. 56-17. The Cowboys pick up the win. All right, let's simulate the rest of the games from the week, and then we'll do our 4-game check-in. Now, we'll have to keep in mind as we're looking at the stats and everything that we have already had our bye week, so we're going to be a bit behind a lot of the teams who haven't. Barry Sanders, 121 yards rushing and a loss. All right. We haven't seen any injuries during our games. Like, wait, can they not? Oh, that's right. They couldn't fit Cornelius Bennett's full name, so they had to they took out the first O. All right. All right, so we are into week 6. So let's take a look at the standings. So we are 4-0. We are on top of the NFC East. We're up by 2 games over the Giants and the Cardinals. The Bucs are leading the NFC Central at 4-1. They got a couple teams right behind them. The 49ers, the only other undefeated team at the moment, at 5-0. I guess that shouldn't be too surprising. Again, the Cowboys and the 49ers met in the conference championship, and the 49ers would be the eventual Super Bowl winners in this year. Buffalo Bills leading the AFC East at 4-1. Colts and Patriots a game behind them. The Bengals leading the AFC Central at 3-2, with the Steelers and Browns both at 2-3. The poor Oilers haven't won a game yet. We actually had our closest game against them, didn't we? Go figure. Raiders and Chiefs tied atop the AFC West at 3-1, with the Seahawks essentially like a half game behind them at 3-2. All right, looking at the team stats. That's not what we want. We want league leaders is what we want. League leaders. We are leading the league in scoring offense, and we've only played 4 games as opposed to some of these other teams who have had 5. Interceptions. I think we might only have 1 interception, if I'm thinking right here. Yeah. A couple teams that don't have any. Sacks, we're way down here too. We don't get many sacks. Yeah, we're essentially tied for last in the league with 4 sacks. Rushing defense, however, we're doing pretty darn good. We've yet to yield 100 yards total for the season through 4 games. Rushing offense, we are 15th, but again, we're behind some of these games. Like, Madden doesn't even put their rankings like this currently, but I wish they would, these games should kind of always do averages, but I know it's just sometimes easy. People want to see high numbers, so passing defense, we're 5th in passing defense. Passing offense, wow, look at the 49ers. They're 450 yards over the next team. Wow. We are tied for 13th right now. Points allowed. We're 7th in points allowed. There you go. All right, individual player leaders. We'll see. So Emmitt Smith leading the league in touchdowns. Interceptions. Again, we're not going to have anybody on this list. Sacks. Again, we're not going to have anybody on this list either. Receiving yards. Who's our highest guy in receiving yards? Emmitt Smith. Guys, again, shouldn't really be a surprise because throwing to the running back seems really effective in these games. We don't have a wide receiver in the top 20. Emmitt Smith is 5th in the league in rushing yards, and again, that's maybe a game behind some of these guys. That's Thurman Thomas, a Bills running back. Passing yards, Aikman is 7th. Steve Young, good lord. So there we go. I don't think really anything else to look at. We don't have any injuries. I don't think we haven't been looking at this, but yeah. Do they say anything if out for the season? Probable, doubtful. Who's someone that would have an injury that's out for the year? All right, yeah, torn and look at, wow, the Dolphins. 2 guys with season-ending injuries. That's brutal. Oh, Dan Marino questionable with a dislocated elbow. Cowboys. All right. So once again, let's take a look at the standings. Again, we're 4-0, so undefeated, leading the NFC East with 4 games in the book.